Hey guys, I am here at the Bay Area Maker Faire with the awesome Joel Telling, the 3D printing nerd. And for once, we are turning the tables and I'm going to interview him because it seems like every time you see him, he's interviewing other people. So, your channel has exploded recently. Congratulations on hitting 100,000 subscribers. That's amazing.
It is kind of crazy.
It's crazy. So what has been the most popular video you have so far?
Right now, the most popular video is the one where people accuse me of snorting coins. That's just under 950,000 views, with the second video being the hairy lion.
That's amazing.
It is.
Now, do you actually snort coins?
No, I don't. Funny story though, when I was a kid, waiting for the ice cream truck, I remember I had some coins in my hand and I was going to buy ice cream from the ice cream man.
Yep.
And the ice cream man was coming up, and for some reason I stuck a dime up my nose.
That's a bad idea.
Well, I guess.
As a kid,
I learned. I stuck the dime up to my nose just to see if it would fit. And it did. And then I went to get the dime out because the ice cream man was coming, but I ended up just shoving it further up my nose. And so I was scared and I said, Dad, Dad, Dad. And he came outside and he looked up my nose and he had to go get a flashlight. And he saw this little shimmer of silver way in the back of my nose. So he went into the house to grab some tweezers. And he came outside, and in my front yard as a child, my dad was sticking the tweezers up my nose, and he grabbed it. He said he remembers as he started pulling it out my nose, and he got out my nose, I went, "Ugh."
So you have learned your lesson to not actually snort coins.
Yeah, at a very young age.
At a very young age.
I did get my ice cream.
You did. Well, that's all that matters, really, is getting
It
the
truly
ice cream.
is. No harm done, and I got ice cream. That's
awesome.
Story of my life.
So what are you looking forward to in the near future on your channel?
I think what I'm looking forward to is ways to further engage my audience and to collaborate with other creators. I think that it's important that I use any sort of gained popularity to lift up others that are doing similar things, because it benefits the community to have everybody doing more.
Yes.
I want to start streaming more live broadcasts, doing more creative stuff on my Twitch channel. So I'm going to be printing models and producing videos about the models I print, and then on Twitch the idea is I can talk about ways of finishing the prints, so sanding and priming and painting and airbrushing and taping and that sort of thing.
So going along with that, you finally finished off the amazing, gigantic Mario ? Bank.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. What was your favorite part about finishing that project?
My favorite part about finishing the giant Mario ? block bank was taking the tape off at the very end. And it was cool because it was the first time I've actually fully finished a model. So part of the excitement was in the reveal once I was taking that tape off of the model, and I filmed that part. I filmed all of it. So I just need to put that second part together. But the Bondo is okay. I mean, I learned about putting in the Bondo and sanding and filler primer and spot filler putty and regular primer and painting and all that kind of stuff. It was cool. I got to pick up a couple of airbrushes, and that was cool. I've learned a lot, but the most exciting part of that was because it was my first one, I didn't know what to expect, and peeling off that tape and seeing the multiple colors in the way that I had hoped was really exhilarating. It doesn't look perfect by any means, but at the same time, I didn't expect it to. It was my first thing.
But it doesn't need to.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't need to.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't. In fact, when it's not perfect, it has more character, and that makes it even better.
It's weathered. It's battle damaged.
Exactly. It's lived.
It's lived.
It's lived.
It's been hit by Mario. That's what it looks like.
Exactly. And if Mario were to hit it, it would not be perfect.
Absolutely not.
So we are here at the Bay Area Maker Faire. What is your favorite thing about coming to these events?
My favorite thing about coming to the Bay Area Maker Faire and Maker Faire in general was actually something mentioned by Matt Stoltz, who works for Make Magazine. It's that it feels like a family reunion.
Yep.
It's interesting. All of these people, like you and Nick, Prusha, Joe from the island of Malta, Angus, who's here from Australia, everybody I get to talk to online and virtually through email and social interactions. It's crazy to have so many people here in real life because, well, like for you, for example, I talk to you a bunch online and I see your videos And to then see you in real life, it's not really having to reestablish a relationship.
Right.
We're friends because of what we've been able to accomplish online, and it just makes the in real life interactions that much better, and it makes it feel like that much more of a family because we don't see each other in real life that often.
It's been a really unique experience because it really is like a family. The 3D printing community is a family, so it is a gigantic family reunion to have here in this awesome venue of a gigantic maker fair.
It's
where
crazy,
we can
isn't
get
it?
inspired by all sorts of cool things. And it's amazing. What have you seen that has inspired you?
Let's see. What have I seen that's actually inspired me? I've been wanting to get a laser cutter, so something like the Glowforge or the Muse from Full Spectrum. I know Epilogue has one, but I haven't talked to them. And seeing what people have created with the laser cutters is awfully inspiring, and it makes me just want it more.
Yep.
I've seen some really cool projects done by little kids. They're right across from the Matter Hackers booth is someone who's made 3D printers out of Legos and a 3D printing pen, and that's inspiring. It's crazy to see the creativity that everybody has at making and repurposing something. I mean, just coming into Maker Faire itself, I saw these giant metal sculpted bugs that had fire coming out of them.
Those were amazing.
That was crazy. And just to think, I never would have thought to make that.
Yeah.
And to see someone, I'm like, that's cool, right?
So cool.
It
So
has
cool.
no
That and the squid, the gigantic squid.
That squid was neat. And
So
we have that
cool.
giant robot that's going to punch cars.
Yeah.
Everything here is inspiring in a different way. It's not necessarily inspiring in that I'm going to go home and create something similar. It's inspiring in that it's creativity, it's unabashed creativity, and it's awesome, and it's just great to see the humanity behind all of it.
I think it's really kind of a cool place because not only do you see this creativity, but it is a way of saying, well, if somebody can come up with something like that, what could I come up with?
Absolutely.
And not the same thing, but just in general, what could I possibly come up with? And it's amazing to see the creativity that you have in a place like this.
I agree.
Well, thank you very much for sitting down with me. It has been awesome.
Thanks for having me.
And we need to end this with a typical high five, I think.
We can do that.
Awesome.